everyone. Good evening. Welcome all of you to this Insta Live. This is Nirmala here, Senior Counselor from Europe Study Center's Chennai office. Good to see so many students and parents joining on this live. So, as always, today also I have come with a very interesting topic for all the students who are looking to study abroad, especially who are planning to go for their higher studies in European Schengen countries. Okay, so, as always, the format of this live is going to be I'm going to talk for some time, and then you can ask all your questions. You can send your questions to the number which is displayed. And as a small token of appreciation, we are also giving a small gift for to respect your time and appreciate your effort to send us questions. Okay. So the best question today is going to receive a small token of appreciation from us. All right. So you can all ask questions in the displayed number, and I'm going to get the questions here, and I will answer all your questions. All right. Okay. So I guess it's good to go. Okay. So today's topic is how to get admission in European universities, and I'm going to give a lot of tips to strengthen or build your profile. All right. So now is the time for applications for September 2026 intake. And as always, students are getting a lot of suggestions and prompts from, the social media, and a lot of people are giving their tips, do this, do that, do this course, do that course, you will get an admission in the public universities. And here today I am here to give the realistic information about how to strengthen your profile, how to get admit letters from the top public universities from Schengen countries. And before that, I would like to talk about my company where I am here for so many years, Europe Study Center, and we have been sending students to the public universities in Schengen countries in European Union. That is what we've been doing. And we send students to the public university. I'm stressing so much about public university because there are a lot of benefits and opportunities available for students there. All right. So students from every domain like engineering, management, architecture, literature, arts, all the students. And before that, I would like to tell you that there are plenty of opportunities, job opportunities available, and you are spending very, very less, okay, compared to the traditional destinations like USA, Canada, Australia. Here you're spending very less in terms of tuition fees and living expenses. So our say for today is, why do you have to spend so many lakhs to do your master's or bachelor's when you can do the same in Europe at affordable tuition fees and living expenses? All right. And so today we have put a lot of videos about the different countries, the universities, and how students can go and study. And we have also published 100 plus students interview in our YouTube channels. That is one of the fantastic playlist we have. You all can go there, go to YouTube, type Europe Study Center, and go to the playlist, and you have 100 plus students interviews. All these students have gone with less marks, medium profile, and high profile. All these students were able to get admit in public universities in Europe, and they were able to study, finish their course, and got jobs and settle down. So you can look at all those, listen to them when you have time. All right. So today I'm going to talk about how to strengthen your profile. So I'm going to talk about each and every document and how you have to prepare the document so that you get all chances to get admit from public universities in Schengen countries. All right. So the first and foremost would be, many students do mistakes, or many students do a wrong choice of courses. The courses you should select based on what is your bachelor's degree. That is very, very important because it has to be aligned with what you studied here. That is one of the important factor all the students should consider while doing application for public universities, because public universities admission requirements are very very high, and we should be very smart and careful in choosing what is in line with what we studied here. And definitely you have to look at the long term goal, like how you're going to study, how you're going to finish the course, and what are the job opportunities. Definitely you have to take a look at all these things. All right, so the first one is selecting the course. That is very important. You have to see what you wanted to become and what are the job opportunities available in the Schengen countries. When it comes to job opportunities, I would say that there are lot of manpower shortage, and they need lot of skilled people. So they are looking at grads from engineering, management, all these biotechnology, biomedical, all these courses have lot of job opportunities. The students from this background, please take a look at the university course, look at the syllabus, the subjects, the modules, what is taught in each university, and then based on your interest you have to shortlist. Never make a mistake of listening to your friends or neighbors or your seniors, your chitapa, chitti. I mean, I'm not telling you should not listen, but make the course selection based on your interest and job prospects. Okay, and the university selection is very, very important. I always stress this to all the students who I meet, and in all the lives, I tell this: university selection is very important, because there are a lot of agents and consultants out there in the market who send or who try to convince the students to go to low ranked universities or private institution, because there are various factors. The first one being commissions, the huge commissions what they get. So that makes them to force or convince the student to go for the private institutions. Visa refusal rates are also increasing because of that. And uh, I would be really very happy and proud to say that Europe Study Center, we maintain 99.5% visa success rate, because we select the courses like that. We advise the students to go to the public universities, the top ranked public universities of any country, whether it is Germany, whether it is Netherlands, whether it is Finland, the students would go there. So that is a very important thing. The university selection, the course selection, and the other documents which is required for the university. I guess I started getting questions. The first question would be from Vinod Kumar. Hi Vinod, is this degree recognized across Europe and internationally? Yes, then yes, Vinod, yes, definitely. The degree what you're getting from European universities are globally recognized, and definitely job opportunities are great all over the not only in the Europe. Even if the students come back, they are welcomed in all the MNCs, because the MNCs what we have in our country is majority from European Union. Okay, so the MNCs which we have here, whether in an automobile sector, whether it is in biomedical, electronics, luxury goods, everything is originated from Europe. So definitely you have acceptance worldwide with this degree. All right. So I guess that is the question for Vinod. Okay, coming back to the documents. So, what are the documents required for application to the university, public universities especially? The first one is letter of recommendation, LOR. Okay, so we need letter of recommendations from the universities where you studied, and it has to be a genuine reference. So you make it a point to get it from your faculty dean or HOD. That is very important. Universities considers LOR as a very important one, and minimum of two, or if you can get maximum three also is fine, but minimum two LORs are required. And there are a lot of formats, there are a lot of segments you need to focus on when it comes to LOR. And please approach us, we have an excellent team. We guide students and to get the LOR, so that is like suitable for different universities. All the universities have different format, and we need to clearly focus on that. So we have an excellent team who has been doing this for the last 15 years, and we have successfully sent students to the top ranked public universities in Germany, Netherlands, Finland. So we need to be very clear about what are the segments which you need to be focused in LOR. So that is very, very important. And the next one is SOPs. So SOPs, statement of person, this is statement of purpose. So this is very, very important because it gives an idea about who the student is, right? So we are sending an application from here, so we need to really focus on the SOPs. The SOPs has to have lot of segments, as I told you. As LOR, the SOPs also has to be in a proper segment, and we tell the students, we guide the students to write the SOP. We don't recommend students to cut, copy, paste, or use some old SOPs. Just change your name, just change the program topics. All that is not going to be working out. So the SOP has to be real. You can use the AI tools, but plagiarism softwares are there, they can easily find out. So you have to, so SOP has to be real. So you know what you have done, what is your ambition, everything you have to say. You have to talk about why you chose the university, why the course, and what is your interest, what is your long term goals, what is your short term goals. All this you have to say. And we again, we tell the students to write the SOP, and many students come and ask us, like, in XYZ company, they give the SOPs. How can somebody give your SOP? You will not have any reality, okay? And the universities, they can really figure out whether the SOPs are fake or SOPs are, genuine, written by the student. So keep that in mind, and we help the students, we guide the students to have the SOP also done. But we don't write, definitely we don't write, we make the student write. See, you have to know and you have to learn everything, and it's not a big rocket science, it is all doable, and many students have done. Only thing is you have to have the interest to learn and write, okay? So the SOP plays a major part, because this is going to give a summary about who you are and why you are applying to that university, and what is the contribution you are going to do to that university if this university is going to give you the seat. So all these things has to be mentioned, and simple English, you don't have to have a high-fi English and all, the simple English would do. So SOP is going to be one of the important document. All right. And so I started getting another question. How important is course to course academic match? I guess this student is asking about how to choose the course. Definitely, you have to choose the course what is based on your bachelor's and your interest. Definitely, all right. So sometimes I see many students making this mistake. Even the profile is very good. Even the student has done a lot of research, but you know what? He makes a wrong choice and do wrong application, and he get negative results. So we need to really go through the profile. We need to understand the university requirements first. Then we need to submit the application, because it is not that easy, okay? So the top ranked universities, the applications requirements has to be gone through, and that is why we tell students, we spend the team, the admission teams here, we have 10 plus years of experience, and we sit with each and every student, we understand the profile, and then we credit mapping has to be done for each and every course before doing the application. And we have an excellent team. The counseling only, we spend 1 to 1.5 hours, and we shortlist the programs based on the profile requirement, and the admission teams guide the students to do the various documents. So this has to be done. So you have to choose the proper genuine companies which does this, okay? We have 15 years of experience, and we have been sending, and many consultants and agents are trying their hands now only for public universities, because whatever destinations they have been doing all these years have almost come to an end, like I'm saying, the traditional destination. So all the small 1 year old, 6 month old agents are all trying their hands out at the cost of students. So you have to be very, very careful in choosing the experts in the industry also. Okay, what kind of a history they have, how many students they are sending, and what is their visa success ratio. All these things you have to analyze, and then only you have to hand over the application to them. Okay, and we are doing this for almost 15 years, and we have a huge database, and we can give multiple options. That is the USP what we have in our company here in Europe Study Center. We apply, for example, if a student is eligible to apply for Germany public universities, we give multiple options. The top public universities we recommend always, and the plan B options, like we have to have a plan B as a backup options, like that we guide. So that is why we are able to produce 100% success. And the visa success ratio we hold, I'm really happy and very proud to say that we have 99.5% visa success rate, all because of the effort which is put in by the team, I would say, and as well as the students, because they also cooperate, they trust us, and they also cooperate and give the process to us. And that is why we take so much effort to do the applications, and we see success. And touchwood, we are doing this for the last 15 years, and our visa success ratio is 99.5%. Because of this, we are very carefully select the courses for each student. All right, so that is how it has to be done. Okay, I think I got the next question. Is CGPA the most important factor for getting admission in European universities? This is Arun. Hi, Arun. CGPA, I would say, is one of the factor. Okay, it is not the only factor. It is one of the factor. The universities look at overall, what are your projects, what have you done, all these things you do. I mean, they see if you have done any internships related to what your course is, or related to what you're applying, and have you done any projects. All these things, your SOPs, your CGPA, everything matters. Okay, so everything matters as a whole, they decide. So we cannot say it's only the marks. You have to focus on which courses you are applying. All these things you need to see. Okay, so we send students to public universities, to Germany's particularly, where there is no tuition fees, and to other public universities in other Schengen countries where the fees is low or affordable. And we definitely send for 100% English taught programs. Okay, so native language is not mandatory in terms of admissions, but for you to integrate with them, you can learn language if you're interested, like the basics for communication purpose you can learn and go, but it is not mandatory for admission for the public universities in European Union. All right, so how do I choose the right universities instead of applying randomly? Yeah, this is what I'm saying. You should not randomly apply. You should not follow any YouTubers where they applied, they got full scholarships. It is not going to happen for you, because every year the requirements keep changing, the policies keep changing. So there'll be a lot of updations. And so that is why we are saying you should take, the expertise guidance, and then you have to do both application as well as visa. All right, so definitely you have to make sure everything is fitting properly. All right, so the next question, will this is Mahesh. Hi Mahesh. Will gap years or career breaks reduce my chances for European admissions? See, gap years, as long as you have justification to prove what you did during that gap. Like, for example, you finished your course and you worked here for 1 year, you have to have a proper work document to support your papers. All right, so you have to have a proper document to say, like, you were not ideal, you did work in, and what kind of a work you did. All this, if you have a supporting document, it's not a problem, it's not going to be a problem. But as a policy here in Europe Study Center, we don't process students above 26, 27 for masters, and for bachelors, we don't process after 20 years of age, because visa success ratio is one of the important parameter we also keep a check on. Okay, so more than a students, ambition to get into public university and get visa success, we are also very much worried, because we wanted that to be kept in a high ratio. That is because our focus is not monetary. We are also very hardworking to do admissions and applications for both universities and visa. So we also keep a check on all that. Okay. And which intakes are, this is Sumati. Hi, Sumati. Which intakes are best for Indian students, summer or winter? See, there is nothing called which intake is better for students. Some of the universities have two intakes, like the summer intake and the winter intake. Summer intakes, the programs will be little less, and the countries also have majority of the countries have only single application. That is, winter is a major intake for Europe, and August, September, October is the winter intake. All right. So all the public universities opens all the programs for winter intake, and summer intake we do have programs, but options will be little less, and many countries does not have dual intakes. So it's always if you want more options, some winter intake is better. August, September, October is called the winter intake there. Okay. So, and the program, everything is going to be the same. It's not like the summer intake you get, there are a lot of beliefs among the students I see. Many says that getting scholarships is high in winter intake and less in summer intake, and summer intake is like, easy to get admission. Winter intake, it's not like that. Okay. It all depends on the number of applications that intake the university receives, and the number of students what they are going to take in. Based on that only the result is going to be. So it's not going to affect in any way for the student. It is better to go immediately. That's what we say, without leaving a huge gap, and go immediately. As well as the intake, the course, the fees, everything is going to be the same. All right. So summer or winter, but the program has to be available. Summer intake, majority of the programs are not available. Winter has all the programs. So major intake is winter. And for September 2026, the winter intake, September 2026, applications are already open. Okay. And some of the universities are having application deadlines in another 5 days, and many universities are started having deadlines in end of February, March, like that. Each university has a different deadline. And if you're one who's planning for September intake, you also can note down the same number, anything for counseling, so you can make use of it. Okay. So in Chennai, we work from Monday and Saturday. All my branches, Trichy, Coimbatore, Bangalore, Chennai, we are working from Monday to Saturday. Okay. So the next question from Sukanya. Hi, Sukanya. Is APS mandatory for all Indian students? Yes, Sukanya, APS is mandatory for German applications, and it is mandatory for all the Indian students. Okay, this is a document verification, and it takes little time. So that is why we are telling the students to apply early. APS has to be applied little early before the application portal opens. So that is the reason we tell the students to come to us 1 year ahead of time. So if you see the final year students who are studying and passing out in 2026, we tell them to come after their sixth semester. So that will be correct to do the APS application, because APS takes little time. Some students get within a week, some students take 4 weeks, some students in the peak time, it takes much more time. So we should not miss out anything because of the APS. All right. So APS is definitely mandatory for students from India. And this is the latest, 2 years ago, they introduced APS, and definitely a student need to get the APS. There is no waiver for APS. All right. I think that answers my question. And So one student want to know what are the tuition fees in French public university. Gokul. Hi Gokul. What are the tuition fees in French public universities? French public universities, the tuition fees is very less. If you see, it is like anywhere between 2000 to 3500 euros per annum. Very less when compared to our private institutions in India, right? Yes. Yeah, France public universities, some of the courses even they charge less than 1000 euros per annum. And France is a very beautiful country, and France gives post study time of 2 years after you finish your masters. So a lot of opportunities, and it's a very good country, and lot of English taught programs are there. Okay, so you can apply. And France also, the campus France application deadline is January 15th, so you have to start everything early. All right. Okay, now getting back to my session. Okay, and how quickly you have to do an application, that is also very very important. Apart from all the documents making it strong, you also need to plan very early. That is important because some of the scholarships applications open early, and the deadline for that also is quick. Many students come to us with a very good profile but late. There's no use, so you have to plan everything early ahead of time. You have to check the eligibility. We need to get all the documents in hand at the right time. All these things are very very important. You have to be really very smart. Okay, it's not enough with only the marks or a letter of recommendation or statement of purpose. You need to get all the other documents based on the admission criteria, so you have to reach us quickly. Okay, so I also wanted to talk about what are the common mistakes what students do nowadays. Copy pasting the SOPs, please don't do that. Okay, you would have got your seniors help. All getting help is okay. Getting tips to do SOPs are all okay, but it has to be real. I told you, the SOP has to be very real. Let it be in a simple English, but you should convey your motivation, why you selected the university, and all these things. Okay, and applying late, some 2 days or 1 week before the deadline, they sit and apply and they wait for the results. That is also not going to help. You need to apply early bird. All these things are there, so application date is also very very important. So you need to do the application very quickly as soon as the portal opens. And you have to really look at the individual eligibility criteria. Okay, apart from LOR, SOP, all your educational documents, your financial documents, all these things have to be in line. And your motivation letter, that is also very very important. That gives an idea about you. Okay, and that's all. You're good to go if you have done all these things. Okay, so if you have any questions, you can send to this number, or if you want to take an appointment and visit and get the counseling from my team, you can do so. Same number, you can call or text and get an appointment. We are working from Monday to Saturday, as I already told you. We spend nearly 1 to 1.5 hours with each student understanding the profile, and then we suggest the course according to your interest. All right. So if you want more updates, you can follow our pages, and I will come back to you with another interesting update very soon. All right. Thank you. Take care. Bye bye.